Hey you guys, it's Aisha and I'm here with another video, and today is start your YouTube. Period. Just gonna get right into it because we've been waiting for too long. If you go back on my channel, you see that I had started putting out videos about 6 years ago. I was already thinking about doing YouTube way longer than that. And I know so many of you ladies, men, gentlemen, whatever out here have been thinking the same thing. We've been looking at YouTube for years, watching people blow up, saying, I can do that. Kids becoming millionaires because they are playing with toys on YouTube, blowing up. Just watching the most random things, and we all have something to contribute. It's so crazy because social media, it can be such a detrimental thing in being social and like having a social life. But I feel like more now than ever, it's so important for us to really build on social media because we need that community. I know I need that community. For me, watching YouTube, I'm not seeing too many women that look like me in the sense of my age. Like, there's a lot of younger 20, mid 20s, maybe early 30s. I'm 34, still early, but I don't feel like I'm getting the conversations that I'm looking for. And I know that there are other women out there like me that want to have certain conversations that we can't have with certain women who haven't been through life, or even, for instance, I've been doing makeup forever. I have learned a lot on YouTube. I have learned a lot of new things on YouTube, but a lot of things it's like I have seen already, or just trying to filter out something new. And a lot of things are just recycled content, which is cool as well. Because for a long time I felt like I had nothing to contribute, but now we're seeing that just your personality, just a little bit of you is what is needed. I don't think that much of myself. I'm sorry. I know I should think more of myself, but at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. And I want you to go for it too. I want us all to really come out here and really do our thing. There's no reason we should subject ourselves to what people put in front of us when we have the control to put that content out. These conversations that we're so embarrassed to have with certain people, I just want to come out on YouTube now and have those conversations, being like what I might be experiencing as a single mid 30-year-old woman with no kids. Like, I don't know. There's more of me out there. I know there has to be because there just has to be, you know what I mean? And certain conversations I want to have and I can't really have with other people that are around me that may not be in that same category that I'm in. So YouTube is, I think, the way for us all to connect. And at this point, I'm hearing that YouTube, I know you had to have seen it too. Look, if we all come together, we could really make a difference. But if you had started thinking about starting a YouTube, I know you as well have been seeing it come down your search bar or your suggested videos of YouTube now monetizing smaller channels. So me being a smaller channel, very small, under 100 subscribers right now. And I'm so excited to actually say that because I literally want to put this to the test and grow. I want you to come out and grow with me as well. I want us to link arms and really grow as small YouTubers. Like, we're done with not to say we're done, there has been people that paved the way for us, but now we're looking for fresh faces. Now YouTube is looking for fresh faces. I know I'm seeing fresh faces and I am looking for, new people to connect with, on a social media level, because those who did blow up, it's different now. After a YouTuber blows up, their content becomes different or non existent because whatever the case may be. So I think that there is something so special and authentic about us small creators that are now moving forward. And we have something new to bring. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, clearly my setup right now is nowhere near perfect, but I just want to move forward with taking the goals that I said I wanted to really execute and do it. And YouTube is one of them. I'm telling you, like, I don't know why it just came back into my like atmosphere or into my awareness to even do YouTube, but it has. And as soon as I started seeing it, literally, I'm starting to see how YouTube is paying smaller creators. So why the freak not? There is so much to do here, even as far as using shorts now. So now I'm seeing I don't even have to come up with new content if I don't want to. I've been making Instagram reels, not so much this past year, but I have Instagram reels. I have TikToks. I have a whole bunch of short videos that I can start immediately. You can start immediately posting just with shorts because we all have those short videos that we've been using on our TikTok or our Instagram, whatever the case may be. So literally, there's no reason not to start. I'm sorry, I need to get myself together. So that wig move right there. Okay. So other than I forgot what I was just saying. Oh yeah, there's so many other tools that is there now. Using analytics, YouTube analytics, it makes a very big difference. Again, using shorts so that we just have no reason not to move forward now. We don't have any reason not to post nothing. Like you could have seen how a video did really good on your Instagram, and now just see what it does blah, blah, blah. Now see what it does on YouTube. I mean, there's so much we can do. Analytics is a big help. I worked with a very big YouTuber and not worked with him. I worked for him and he was selling courses, and one thing he taught was how to use the analytics. So many people just brush over that because looking at charts and all that can be a bit intimidating, but that's a lot of information. And the analytics that YouTube is now pushing, if you just take your time to really look it over, just look it over and make yourself familiar, you can learn what's going on. So when you're like, I don't know what to post, and you do know what to post. It's not that you don't know what to post. I'm just here picking up this book. I have so many books of things, of just thoughts and ideas that, I could turn into topics. So when wanting to refine that, going through the analytics to actually see what is trending, what are people talking about, what's working. So you literally have no excuse as to what to post. But I know for me, I have to turn this into a job. I have to see it as it being a job. I can no longer coast on, oh, this is just YouTube. I'm going to try it out. At this point, I've recorded a few videos. I'm not going to lie. These are still, like, this is still what's in my storage. But making it a job, like, we really have to see this as a job. And we really want to get paid from it. We really have to see this as a job. And one difference now is that back then when I started YouTube, I wasn't working. So I was really trying to do it for the money. So every day when I put out a video, I put on a video like real rushing, just trying to get it done because, you got to put out content. Content is king. You have to be consistent, of course. But I was kind of forcing it. I was forcing it too much. And I think that's where I went wrong because I wasn't working. I was forcing it for my content to blow up, and not seeing any money from it became discouraging. Whereas if I were to just put it out there to do it, yes, it's a job and a different sort of working element where, you're not getting paid immediately, but put in the work little by little. Just know that every piece of energy that you put in is going to pay you back tenfold. I can't say I know that for sure myself because I haven't done it yet, but I believe it for myself and I believe it for the rest of us. Like, we have spent years watching people blow up on YouTube. So it's like now it's our time. It's definitely hard to believe. But one thing, like I said, with working with this really big YouTuber who has been successful over so many times with so many different channels, one thing I did learn, I forgot what I was going to say again. One thing is just to do it, I guess. Yo, what the hell? I really forgot what I was just about to say. But working with that YouTuber, I realized you don't need to be a professional. You don't need to even invest in all that people invest in these courses, these coaches, all that type of thing. You really just need to decide to do it and be consistent with doing it. Because what I learned about being, in that group when I'm gonna probably tell a YouTube, I mean, a story time on it. Basically, it was this really well, it is this really big YouTuber who sells courses, and his courses can go from $5,000 to $35,000, and you can get all that information yourself. I mean, everything is literally here on the internet. So, like I said, we are just going to make it a priority to just get these videos done, of course, in the cleanest way possible. Whatever works for you. I know I'm a put more invest more time. That's really what I was lacking before. I just wanted to hurry up and do it, see it blow and get the dollar back. I think that's where I was going, and that's what was not happening, and that's where I think I was going with it. With working with that YouTuber, people will pay money for this course or get him to build the YouTube for him, and then once right away they don't see a return on that investment, they go crazy and they're like, oh no, this doesn't work, and that becomes very discouraging. It became discouraging for me. Again, I was not working, so I was banking on any little thing to pop. And of course, we know with social media, we never know when that's going to happen. So even if you're doing the most trendiest thing, the best thing, and you think like that's your best video that's going to pull all out what you need, and then when it doesn't hit, it's hurtful. And then you put out a little piece of nothing just because, and that actually hits, and you're like, what the hell? But it's harder to do it, I think, when you're really forcing yourself to make money from it, which is why I think that, of course, we want to make money off of this platform. But first, let's start with building those conversations and that community that you may be looking for, that you just want to share and maybe find that amongst others, and link arms and grow from there, and then let the money follow, because the money will come as long as you're staying consistent, as long as you're posting. The money is going to come, and that is just a guarantee. Maybe sooner than later, but it's more of, again, building that community, having these conversations, making your presence known. Like, it's time that you show up. It's time that you show up for yourself. It's time that you show up for your legacy. It's time that you just make your stamp on the world, where, you're going to have your little piece, your little corner on social media or in the world where people could go to and be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I needed this. Thank God it's here. And, you know, you just move on from that, but it's not going to happen if you don't start. So start your YouTube. Yes, we are going to be getting paid off of YouTube in 2025, and that's just going to be tea. Okay, I see it, I believe it. For the rest of us, we just have to like really take that initiative, like really take that step. And not even that step, those steps, because I'm seeing now it really is not easy, especially having a 9 to 5. No, it's not easy. Yes, you have to become organized. Yes, you have to clear your mind. Yes, you have to have your time managed properly, but you can do it. Or even, take your camera and just freaking record anything anywhere. But we are starting YouTube and getting monetized and getting paid in 2025. Literally, there is no more of a reason for us to be broke. Not for me. I don't see it for myself. So we're going to do this, and it's going to be fun. Subscribe, comment below what your goals are for your YouTube. What kind of conversations do you want to have? What kind of conversations do you want to hear? What sort of things are you interested in? Let me know. I want to talk about it. I want to, be able to, maybe if you are thinking, still scared of doing YouTube and still like, I don't know. If you just feel like I can talk about something for you, leave that in the comments if you want to have a conversation about something. It really can be anything. And let's talk about it. I think that is the most important part right now is using your words, communicating, getting out your feelings. Let's talk about what it is we want to talk about. Okay, and we're going to have those amazing conversations here, especially if you're a woman and you're mid 30s, black or brown, single, no kids. Tune in because we have a whole lot to talk about. Okay, see you soon within the next video. Start that YouTube. Later.